Welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. It is Brother RTM and
Sister Akila,
and I am the husband,
the wife,
the issues. Thank you for tuning in with us on this fabulous Tuesday. Somebody just gave you the greetings.
Oh, walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam.
Peace and blessings to all.
Peace and blessings to all. That's just an Arabic greeting that we use. That means
peace be unto you.
Peace be unto you. So
thank you for the heart.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for the hearts. We have some rules, and I will let the wife get into the rules.
Yes, we have rules every week, and they're the same. We want to keep it positive. We want to keep it real. We want to keep it sane. Oh, praise be to Allah. He's one of my favorite couples.
Yes. Thank you for the compliment. We also love the hearts. Keep the hearts going.
Keep the shares going.
Keep the shares going. Today's episode is going to be real life, down to earth. Before we get into the episode, we're only 30 minutes. So at 8:30, we promise you that we will be done because we appreciate your time. And hello to the one that said hi.
Yes, and we're glad you got to catch us.
Yes, we are glad you got to catch us. You can also catch us at our website, thehusbandthewife.com. Sign up to our newsletter and you will receive. We got to get it better. We're doing a better job on it. It's been such a crazy week. But today's topic is
about communication. It's called I love you, but I don't like you right now.
I love you, but I don't like you. And how did we come about this topic? Well, a little background. One day, my wife got me really, really upset. And I think we were both upset with each other. And we went the whole day almost not talking to each other. So we had a car ride for almost an hour and a half. And imagine I'm just driving, looking straight. She's just doing her MGT work. I was taking her MGT class. We were not loving each other right now. So this is how this topic came about. So after we got out of our feelings, after I got out of my emotions, and I had to apologize to my wife. And I'm sure.
Somebody said, what impossible? It's very possible.
It's very possible. So we were like, you know what? We should share what we experienced with the listening audience.
Right, exactly. So just a little, I don't even remember why that started now. But
I don't remember either.
What happened?
Don't know. But we're couples and we are normal.
Well, yeah, that's the point of this. We're normal and we go through normal ups and downs just like everyone else. So I think it's good and healthy to talk about things that aren't so perfect and that we don't communicate like perfectly all the time. I think what happened. Oh, so the main thing we wanted to talk about this time is being able to not get mad at someone because they make a mistake.
Yes, that is huge. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that 90% of our problems in our relationship are due to communications. So we wanted to discuss.
We missed you too.
Walaikum salam, we missed you too. We wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, big day for Brother Hannibal, by the way. We had wanted to discuss when is it the correct time to talk to each other. How do you handle when the other half of you don't want to talk about the issue, but you want to talk about the issue? And what was that last thing you just made?
About communication?
No, it was before that. You mentioned something we was going to get into as well.
We'll find out. We'll come back to
it. So,
I'm sorry, y'all.
So, have you ever been in a situation, to all those who are married or in relationships, where the person makes a mistake and you just get so upset? How do you respond?
Yeah, and why are we saying that you shouldn't get mad when someone makes a mistake?
Yes, why? So why if I make a mistake, let's say, I use your expensive lotion or your expensive body wash and I just use it. Or your expensive candles and I just say, you know what, the house is smelling a little funky. I'm just gonna light a candle and I take one of your $40 Yankee candles and I light it up and I make a mistake. What's good?
Well, I don't know if I would get necessarily really upset about that. I would just be like, why? I don't know.
So what would get you upset?
That's interesting. But I liked what one of our listeners said, Brother Hannibal. He was talking about when he doesn't want to talk about something, he just doesn't. Like he'll take a walk. Not when he's if he's not ready, he's not gonna talk about it yet. And I would agree that I'm kind of like that. If I'm not like, for instance, my love language is not words. Of course, we understand with the love languages that you need all of them in order to have a healthy relationship.
True.
But I know for me, my love language is touch. But if I'm upset, I don't want to be hugged. I don't want to be touched. None of that. So it can be very. Like, I don't even want the person near me if I'm upset. So, but the thing about it is, I do understand that you have to talk about it. You can't just sweep it under the rug. So I know for me, like that particular time, I think Artyom was upset with me about something, and then in his response, I was kind of hurt by that. So I became upset that he was upset. So it was just really bad. Like the whole day, like neither one of us was talking. It was so bad. But then he kept trying to get me to talk about it, and I did not want to talk about it. I was.
And that's what we wanted to talk about. We wanted to dissect that period of time where, okay, there was a period of time where I wanted to talk about it, but she didn't want to talk about it. So then I became upset that she didn't want to talk about it. So as a man that, sometimes men, we should mix our emotions. I decided to call my frat brother and talk to him about it.
While I was in the car.
Now, I didn't go into details because, I don't believe in bringing people into the specific problems of a relationship. But I wanted somebody to hear me out. And my wife was sitting right next to me in the car as I was on the phone.
Talking to his friend about the issue that he had with me. And I'm sitting right there.
No, I didn't talk about the issue. I just said, listen, I'm going through it, bro. And right now, I need somebody to talk to.
Exactly. He said, wait until she's not around. That's a rookie mistake. Well, exactly. I was like, you didn't even have the decency to wait till we got home, say you want to go take a drive or something, and then do that. You went and called him while I was still in the car. I was so upset. I was so mad.
Yes, very bad move. I admit, very, very bad moves. But one thing that I noticed though, as I reflected upon the situation, I noticed that all of these things were done because of the fact that I was in my emotions, which in Study Guide 18, which we read, rising above emotions. So it is very. One of the things I'm learning. Sorry, you have some funny comments on my wife phone. Is yes, I'm learning to respect her need for silence. These are some of the things that I'm learning because I'm still making the adjustment of being in an area with someone that's around me 24/7. Because when you're single, and let's say I was dating her and she made me mad on the phone, I can just hang up, go out, not worry about anything that she has. But the fact is, I'm married, so now I have to learn quickly to separate my emotions. For instance, today, we're still boycotting, voting strong, supporting black businesses. But for that, we got a gift card to Macy's, and one of my frat brothers sent me a gift card for just a wedding gift. So we have about $80-something of free money to Macy's. So we're still boycotting, so we haven't used it. So today I was like, you know what? Let's go to Macy's. Let's get something because we have these gift cards. I still feel bad about shopping at Macy's, but I was like, we gotta use these gift cards. So let's see what we can find in the house to use them. So my wife lost the gift card. So I'm thinking in my mind, oh my God, what did you not put them in your purse? Or you got everything? She had the whole house in the purse, but she don't have these gift cards. So I'm thinking this in my head.
I know how he really feels.
But I noticed at that moment, I said, Artyom, you are being very emotional. She made a mistake. Have you not lost anything? Because I had to think. This was a conversation that I was having in my head was, she made a mistake. I make mistakes. I've lost things. So do not get mad. Move on.
And I found them, by the way.
She did.
They were in my purse.
They were in her purse.
They were just
they were
not
in her
where I
purse.
expected them to be.
They were in her purse next to the car and the other in the couch and everything else she has in her purse. So,
Okay.
so at that moment, I apologized to my wife, but I didn't react. I just stood there.
Yeah, we're learning to better understand each other, and I know that's one thing that we're taught as women, as MGT, that you might have the right to be upset with your husband if he does something that is disrespectful to you or rude or inconsiderate, but you don't really have the right to be angry at him if he makes a mistake. And it's for that exact same reason that you said, that we all make mistakes. And as head of household, he has a lot of things riding on his shoulders that could make him stressed out or make a misstep. But he is, if you married somebody that actually loves you, he is trying to make decisions that will be beneficial to both of you. So if he makes a mistake, it's just a mistake. And it's up to you to be humble enough to be able to stand by the person you're with and say, okay, we're going to get through this together. But I did want to go back into that one incident, after my husband called his friend while I was in the car. So I was mad. I'm not the type of person that screams and hollers when they get mad, though. I'm quiet.
Thank you all for the hearts, by the way.
Yes, we definitely appreciate those hearts. So what I did was, we live in Florida now. So when we got back home from MGT class, which is far, far away from where we live, he had to go do something. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to take the car and I'm going to go do something else. So I ended up taking a long walk, and I was talking to my little sister, and she was just, being a friend, which I definitely appreciate. My sister, I know I can always count on her. But in that, we just talked about not letting your emotions stop you from being who you are. Like, you don't want to, because you're angry, you don't want to become this rude person, this emotionally violent person, because you don't appreciate what the person said. You have to always maintain who you are. And that was one of the things I really appreciate. My little sister, she's definitely wise, and she was just explaining to me, another person doesn't create your happiness. And we were just talking, and I was telling her, yeah, I know we have to talk it out. I just don't feel like it right now. Like, I didn't tell her what happened, but I was just telling her, right now I'm really mad. So she just talked to me and just basically listened while I was venting. And I just took a long walk. I just walked and walked and walked and walked. And then when I came home, I was ready to talk about it. And then after that, that's when we finally, we discussed what happened. Because originally, our team was upset with me. But I was upset that he was upset in the way that he reacted to it.
Notice, my wife found a way to flip it on me.
So I was upset
with me. First, she did something to me, made me upset. Then she found a way to flip it where now she's upset at me. So this is not. I caught that. I caught that. Knowledge dark. So the lesson that I truly learned was that she will make mistakes. I have to catch the emotion.
Yeah, this person said react.
Because it's the God in us that feels offended by the action of others. And quite naturally, we all want the respect that we naturally deserve. That we all naturally deserve as children of the Most High. So when someone makes a mistake, it kind of offends the God in you, especially if they did something knowingly or unknowingly. And many times it's unknowingly. But someone made a mistake, if they repeat it over and over and over,
then it's an issue.
It's an issue. Yes, venting is good. And one of the things I have to learn is too, when she is talking to me, as men, we have a tendency to want to find a solution to things. Sometimes I had to learn how to shut up and just let her speak.
Yeah, I think that's true for both sides too. I know that's a very real concern because sometimes you just want somebody to hear you. You don't necessarily want them to solve it. And like you said, men have a tendency to be problem solvers. So you tell them something like, oh, I'm mad at this. And they're going to try to kill it or destroy it. And it's like, yes, I was going to figure,
Very good point your Aunt Chris made.
Oh, yes. You have to, especially in today's society, you have to be so, so careful of who you vent to. And actually,
should you vent to friends? Let's say, I'm in fraternity. I also have my FOY brothers. She's with her sisterhood. Is it okay to vent to friends, parents, or siblings?
I wouldn't vent to friends. I wouldn't do that. But what I would do, I think it depends on your relationship with that person.
That's what your
There's
sister
probably
said.
yeah,
Depends on the friend.
there's probably only one person in the whole world that I would actually two people, and I would say my two biological sisters. Everybody else, I probably would speak generally.
Now, would you be careful? Should you always vent to your friend when you're mad? Because say
No,
it,
that's a good
it
point.
influences the perspective that your friend has of your mate. So let's say I always come to my frat brothers whenever my wife's messing up. So whenever they see my wife, they're just gonna associate every time he's mad, she's the cause, and now they look at her as a horrible person.
She's the problem. And see, that's the thing too. My mom actually told me that way before I was courting, married, anything like that. She said to me, Akila, you know, when you get married, don't talk to me about the things that your husband does that annoy you. Because what happens is, like you said, it's gonna make you hate that person. This is if you always talk to your mom, your sisters, your brothers, whatever, about the person, your spouse, the negatives. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. That's all they're gonna know, and it's just that's your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. They love you, and they don't want you to be with somebody that's constantly hurting you. But couples have spats.
Somebody said, go to the teachings and find a solution.
But see, I think the hardest thing is that's true. I'm not gonna say that it's not, but it's a lot harder to do when your emotions are involved. So it's easy for me to say, I'll just throw out Brother Hannibal since he's on. Brother Hannibal, just talk to your wife. Like it's easy to say that, but when it's you, like that, for instance, that day, I didn't want to talk at all. I knew I had to, but I was so upset that I knew that there were not going to be any words that I said that were going to be helpful. So I know me. I just didn't say anything. I just said, you know, our team tried to talk to me about it several times, and I was like, I told you, like, I really don't want to talk about it right now. I knew I was going to eventually, but I wasn't ready until after I took that long walk, and then I came back home, and then we talked about it.
Somebody said it's better to step back, regroup, pray, and then talk. I definitely agree with the sister who said that. Because I know me. Sometimes I'm learning. I'm a student of life. So I'm learning more and more about myself. Some of the things that she does that agitate me, and some of the things that I know that agitate her to respect her space. So that we can talk. Because one of the things that men, the minister teaches that men, we are so selfish. So one of the things that really got me mad was why she didn't want to talk about it when I wanted to talk about it. But then that goes back to me respecting her.
Right. And I wanted to actually bring back something because I wanted to get your opinion about it.
Yes, learning too. That's what's up. Big ups to those who are learning every day. Thanks, Aunt Chris. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, about the making a mistake unknowingly. How would you say as if something is bothering you?
Well, you can't call me sensitive.
Well, good. We need men
See? We need men that can express themselves. That's another thing.
Why
as men, Brother Hannibal made a good point. I'm going to use him. Why as men, we can't be in tune with our feelings and emotions? Like, is that too sensitive to express to my wife? Hey, you made me feel this way.
Well, I think what happens is we have all of this shell that we put on because of the world.
Oh.
And what happens is when you get married, it's supposed to be a safety and a sacredness of marriage. So you're supposed to be able to come to your wife, come to your husband and say, you know, that hurt my feelings, or I felt this way because maybe it's as simple as I'm not used to that. And to me, it's completely weird, but I can't, say that to you. I have to say, I didn't understand why you did what you did. And
good question. Someone asked a beautiful question. Say, how do you deal with yourself when your other is the problem?
How do you deal with? Well, as we're taught that when a conflict comes about, it's never 100% the other person's fault. Even if it's 99% that person's fault and your %1, which is highly unlikely, it's the reason why that 1% is there is because you're allowing it. So if the other person, if we're talking about marriage, then it's something that you really have to take the time to talk about and work it out. And also think about what it is that you're doing to help contribute to what's going on.
Address it, find common ground. Another thing, when you are, let's say you're compromising in a marriage, this is another thing that I'm learning. You cannot. They say in most negotiation tactics, there's
Oh,
always
God.
someone's gonna lose in a negotiation tactic. There is
We
never
talk about-
they say a win-win. But the goal is that 50-50 win-win. But are you truly winning? Because if you're doing 50, that means you're giving up something. So, what brothers do you think another thing is within yourself you need to check? Oh,
So, but wait, before we get that, what about there's something?
that's a great question. Aunt Chris asked a beautiful question. Repeat the question she asked. I think she asked, "What else in you, and what else in you, brother, that you feel that
She said, what bothers you?
what
that
bothers
you have to
me
work in,
that
work
you have to
on
work on?"
in yourself.
Well, I know I can. My slick mouth. My wife
Yeah.
really gets it, so I have to truly bite my tongue because of my background. My family has thick skin, so we crack jokes like very thick.
They
Like,
say mean jokes.
yeah, it would be. My
If
wife.
I'm being
My wife
honest.
say mean. I think it's funny because I guess growing up.
Yeah,
So,
my family's not like that.
yes, her family's completely different. So when I got into a relationship, I'm used to being very quick-witted. Like that's one of the things that of myself when I truly accepted the teachings that I knew I had to work on was my slick mouth. This mouth got me written up and kicked out of not kicked out of school, but kicked out of class. I can be man. So I truly have to think 5 times before I speak, which saves me a lot of times in my marriage. Even when I tweet, I delete so many tweets before I set the final tweet because I have to say, Archie,
Someone said their cousins are like that.
is this the best of light that you want to represent yourself? Because remember, we are hopefully living for something that's bigger than us.
Right, exactly. And
What time?
we still got a few minutes.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask again about unknowingly doing something. If your spouse is doing something that bothers you, how would you suggest you communicate that to them?
Oh wow, that is a great question. You have to be creative because you have to take into consideration that the person that you're dealing with has feelings. So when I have an issue with
Be
my
honest.
wife, I have to, consider her feelings and when I bring something to her. So I like to use little hints of things and how I can help her.
Now,
So, for instance, an example. Let's say my wife, we both need to hit the gym. So let's say I notice, her MGT outfits fit a little tight around the hips. So what I would do is say, honey, listen, I want to go walking today. Will you like to join me? And let's do it together and spend some time together. And look, we're also getting some exercise in. Now, although, I haven't told her, listen.
Don't let that go.
Although I haven't told her, hey, you need to get in the gym. But it's how you do it. The minister said it's not necessarily the truth, it's how we present
how you say it.
the truth to others. So I truly do take in consideration her feelings. Am I perfect at it? No.
No.
Sometimes I say some things and I'm like, oh, you know what? 5 minutes later, I'm like, Akila, I'm sorry. My bad. Can you forgive your boy? And I will use my charm. Always. It helps to lighten the situation. We have about
5 minutes.
We got about 5 minutes left, so we wanted to
So we want to go back to the lose-lose.
Lose. We got 5 minutes.
Yes. So just real quick, we want to make sure that we talked about this. So a lot of times when people think about negotiations and compromise, they think about I got to give up something, you have to give up something. But I don't like to think of it that way because I think that's still man versus woman, woman versus man, and that's something we've been taught by society and not in the way that Allah, God wants marriage to be. So when I think of compromise, I think of, okay, what will we both gain and move forward together with? And I think when you start to look at it like that and not, well, I'm right because I'm so smart or I have all these facts and I have all these things that I need to do and he has these facts but mine are better, like that doesn't work because one of us is just going to give in because they want peace. Or neither one of us is going to give in because we're both hurt and we both want to win. So it's important that when you're doing a compromise that you're thinking of, okay, it's not about you and it's not about me, it's about we, it's about us. What are we going to do so that we can move forward together?
And on that tip, we will wrap it up for today. I can't wait to call Brother Hannah. I know he has some great news for me. But tune in Saturday, 8 o'clock. we are going into, it's an issue. A lot of men is we're dropping the ball. So this Saturday, we're gonna talk about women. Do they owe us smiles? Do women even owe men to be nice? Do they owe us niceness? To be kind? That's another thing, we are misclassifying our women as rude because we as men have this sense of entitlement to women's niceness. But it all stems from, are men entitled to women just in general? So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about how I felt in general.
Yeah, this roots from the sister that was killed because she rejected a man who wanted to get her phone number. She rejected him and he shot her dead.
This man shot her sister because she rejected him for a phone number. So we want to talk about the issue of, there's a lot of things about how
it's very crazy.
It's very crazy. Are we entitled? It's been like this sense of entitlement to women, and we want, because our Saturday program is
a more
serious topic. So we wow, Brother Hannibal.
Brother Hannibal.
Yes, join our newsletter. We thank you all. We'll send out more black businesses to support. We
got our laundry detergent from True Laundry Detergent.
Yes, we did get our True Laundry Detergent. It's amazing.
Yes, it is great.
Does a great job.
And it's 4 times concentrated.
Black excellence in True Laundry Detergent. You can get it off Amazon. Go to what?
Just go to Amazon.com and type in True Laundry.
It's a black-owned laundry detergent. So we have switched completely over to black-owned laundry detergent.
Damn.
So that's one product in our home that's strictly black, as our toilet tissue will be.
Our laundry,
our laundry detergent is. So we're striving to do our part and keeping up the effort. So because 10, 10, 15 was just or else. 1, 25, 16 is be the or else. So it's on us to be the or else. It's not about what they are doing, what he or she doing. It's about what
we are doing as individuals.
I am doing. So let's all strive to do our part.
Be the or else.
Be the or else. That's all I can think about.
Be the or else, yes.
So we thank you all for your times and your questions.
Your questions and your comments.
And your hearts. We thank you all so much. Truly appreciate it. This episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
So make sure you subscribe. We love you too, Brother Hannibal. Make sure you subscribe, which is I have to call you, brother. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you, dear sister. No, you all, we truly appreciate it. We just want to share what little that we know.
That we've gone through.
And, just want to share it. Because once I learn something, I'm quick to tweet it or share it. So.
Yeah, I'm glad we're not. It's funny because I forgot for real, like, what we were writing about. And it was not that long ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So thank you all. Appreciate it. There's more coming Saturday. More to come Saturday. Thank you all. May God bless you all with a great Tuesday.
Oh, what you missed? Well, we're gonna upload it.
We're gonna upload it to our YouTube.
You can always catch the replay too. Oh, and Brother Hannibal's show.
That's right. Brother Hannibal.
Tomorrow.
Show is no, it's not.
It's not tomorrow.
It's
Sunday. Sorry.
Sunday at
8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
If they can get it right on time, but I'm not gonna say black people. Brother Hannibal. See, not gonna blame his mistakes on all my brothers and sisters. So last week they started at 12. I hope they can get it. I hope they can get it together. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, so that's the name of this show. Just he said the game was on. But yeah, just my opinion with Brother Hannibal and his brother Black Sean is on Sunday.
Yeah, so we're just trying to, support. If you have a program that you like, let us know. We can put it in our newsletter and send it out. So may God bless you all. Thank you all. Peace. Oh no, remember, fly high
or get flown over.
Or get flown over. Peace.